Good afternoon, everybody. It's attorney Brooke Goff. It is Bake and Sip night. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We had a little internet difficulties. That's the beauty of, unfortunately, relying on the internet to do these things. But here we are, and I am making Gateau Magique today. This is a crazy little cake. It's got 3 layers when it's baked, and it kind of sorts itself out as you make it. Never made anything like this before. Super interesting recipe, and I really kind of had a little bit of fun taking a look at it. And the ingredients are crazy. It's got 4 eggs, salt, sugar, melted butter, vanilla extract, all-purpose flour, lukewarm milk. So this should be interesting, but it's easy. So I'm also going to talk about motorcycle accidents, but not motorcycle accidents per se. People love my billboard. Do we ride? Who cares? But what does it mean? Like, should you care if I ride? No. But I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you why all you need to care about is how I handle a case and what I know about motorcycle accidents and what I know about accidents in general and insurance. Listen, the attorneys are brilliant that came up with the campaign. We ride, we're the best attorneys to hire. I give them all the props in the world, but it's like a marketing gimmick to get motorcyclists to hire them. Doesn't make them any more qualified to do your case than anybody else. And I have gotten some, just this year alone, I get tons of motorcycle cases, and we've gotten some significant settlements. I unfortunately, guys, can't try cases that are motorcycle cases because the insurance companies won't let me because they throw so much money at my clients. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why you don't really need somebody that rides, unless it's your preference, which is totally fine. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on at the firm quick, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. It's 5:55. 5:50. We'll be done in 20 minutes. So here we go. So Gateau Magique, okay? And the winner's Joanne Caserta. You've won the KitchenAid mixer. I know Kylie's probably already been in touch. If you have not been in touch with Kylie, you've won. So get your red KitchenAid mixer, and you can come to the office and pick it up. Snap a photo with me and start baking with me every Wednesday. So first things first, we need to beat the 4 egg whites in a medium bowl with the salt until the stiff peaks form around 6 minutes. Okay, so that's not very fun. But we're going to do it. And I actually took out a beater until I just read 6 minutes. I'm not doing that for 6 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the eggs. We're going to throw them in this bad boy. Sorry, I have a dog, so you probably hear her. God forbid anybody walks by the house. And my salt, which is, hold on. So guys, right, this is what you read. I screwed it up. It's egg whites. So just give me a moment. I'll pour my yolks out. I gotta wash this out. I'll do my egg whites. It's been a day, so this doesn't actually surprise me today. Just hold on one moment. And that would explain, I was sitting here thinking, how am I gonna get stiff peaks out of eggs? But that explains it. This is what happens when you don't prep your own ingredients. Hold on one second. Let's get this out of here. Then I'm just gonna rinse this off for you guys. I don't wanna get anything mixed in. All right, let's see what we got going on here. My apologies again. My doorbell goes off. Something's being delivered. So again, my apologies. Okay, so egg whites. Here we go. Perfect. And you have to put the salt in there as well. You're going to beat this medium for about 6 minutes. So guess what I'm going to do during these 6 minutes? Talk to you about motorcycle accidents, right? Guys, you should know something about motorcycle accidents. They are very similar to car accidents, except the injuries are a little bit different that come from the motorcycle accidents. Clearly, a lot of times, unfortunately, we see much more serious injuries from motorcycle accidents. And just the overall accident reconstruction is different, right? Most of the cases I get in from motorcyclists are them not at fault. I rarely will get a case in where somebody was hit by a motorcyclist. The reality is motorcyclists do drive safer than most. Yes, there's people that rip up the road, but there's cars as well. But for the most part, motorcyclists are very aware of their surroundings because they have to be. And they always have to be on the top of their game because there's all these cars that have all these 4 walls, right, these roofs, and motorcyclists don't. They always have got to be careful, and they always have to be looking out for themselves. So a lot of times motorcyclists drive a lot more careful than cars, trucks, buses, whatever the case might be. But they can be difficult to see. Even when they're following the rules of the road, they can be difficult to see. So unfortunately, a lot of times these accidents are not accidents where somebody gets tapped. Usually it's a pretty significant accident and there's significant injuries to the driver of the motorcycle, okay? So why would it be important to have somebody that rides representing you? Well, if that's just your personal preference, you belong to the same motorcycle clubs, whatever the case might be, knock your socks off, okay? But you should really choose the attorney that you want to go to bat for you. What is this attorney going to offer for me, right? Like, what is this lawyer going to do? How are they going to appear in front of a jury? If you have a lawyer that's a little rugged, that's real rough around the edges, that, you know, is their claim to fame is I ride a motorcycle, therefore I represent all motorcycle drivers, whatever the case might be, and that's my cat. Of course, today's like it's a little crazy today. Then you got to think of what is a jury going to think of these people? Because realistically speaking, if a jury doesn't like them, then you're kind of screwing yourself over a little bit. You got to choose somebody that's likable to a jury and that has a good vibe, but somebody that does personal injury and knows motorcycle cases. If you don't do, if the attorney doesn't do personal injury, predominantly, doesn't have a track record of doing motorcycle cases, or personal injury car accident cases, guys, I got to be honest, that should be your biggest red flag. You shouldn't be looking at whether or not an attorney rides a motorcycle. You should be more looking as to what an attorney does in a courtroom and what the kind of justice and results they get for their clients. I commend the attorneys out there that made advertising campaigns all around this. Look, I ride a motorcycle, that means I'm the best lawyer for you. But that's no different than saying, I drive a car, that means I'm the best lawyer for you. Just because I drive a car doesn't make me the best lawyer for you. It's because I'm me. That's why. It's because jurors like me. It's because I work very hard. It's because I'm in my office every day with all of my staff. I hire the best staff. And it's because we deliver the best legal services that you can get your hands on in the personal injury realm. And we put our money where our mouth is. I think that a lot of attorneys are so quick to talk about how great they are, but where's the action? Where's the results? And this is why a lot of those lawyers, when you hire the lawyers that say, hey, look, I ride a motorcycle, I drive a motorcycle, I'm the best person for you. This is why, unfortunately, those clients, after they hired those people that, you know, ride the motorcycle, they switch over to us because they realize, is it really that important that they drive a motorcycle and understand, and you know, and that they've sat in the seat of a motorcycle? Or is it more important that they know how to run my case and to try my case? As I say in my commercials, I say to everybody else, let those guys ride and let me go fight, okay? I think that the same goes for anything else. You know, it doesn't make, just because somebody had a back injury before, it doesn't make them the best back injury attorney, because it's more than just knowing what it is to have an injury. It's about knowing how to bring and prosecute a case, how to try a case in front of a jury, how to work the case up in front of the insurance company to get the most money possible for your client as quick as possible. Guys, the cases that are the most successful, it's not about going to trial and getting as much money as possible. It's about getting the case to a point where you can get the same amount of money you can get at trial earlier. Because the present value of money is worth way more than the value of money 2 years from now, right? It's less stress to my client. Earlier is obviously going to be better in your pocket as well. And then it doesn't have you accumulate all these medical bills that you now need to pay. Motorcycle cases are worth more than car accident cases. That's why people go after them. That's why you hear this, we ride, hire us, or, you know, I'm the best motorcycle attorney. Guys, we're talking about personal injury law. That's what you need to focus on. Because personal injury, it's not a catch-all, but you really want to choose an attorney that does car accidents and motorcycle accidents. And you want to choose an attorney with money. Because guess what motorcycle accidents do? They cost money. I want to prove that the other person was at fault for my client's accident. I want to prove how fast they were going. I want to prove what they did. You got to work the case up. You have to spend money. The attorney, with the risk of not getting it back, has to feel comfortable and have the money in the bank to spend so that they can best get your case in a position early so that the insurance company has no choice but to pay you. That's what you need to be looking at in your lawyer. Okay? So again, I get it. But it's no different than saying, I'm a guy, I want a guy attorney. I'm a woman, I want a female attorney. It's no different. But I get it, we all have preferences, but you have to you're focusing on the wrong things. Focus on who's this lawyer? Is a jury going to like him or her? Do they seem diligent and know what they're talking about? And are they going to go to bat for me and give me the most money? Because at the end of the day, if you hire the attorney that rides and they get you 70 grand, and you hire, compared to the attorney that doesn't ride, that could get you 100 grand, just because they're a better lawyer, the joke's on you and the loss is on you, right? that's my spiel. So when people ask me, this is actually coming up really cool. It's kind of weird. When people ask me, what does your billboard mean? That's what it means. It means stop listening to the marketing gimmicks and go with what you feel is right for you. Who gives you the best vibe? Maybe you don't like my hair. Maybe you don't like me. I'm not saying it's got to be me, but go with who you have the best vibe with, because guess what? That attorney is going to be trying your case down the road. Jurors are going to be looking at that lawyer, and that lawyer is going to determine your fate. In law school, a professor once said to me, cases win and lose themselves. True. However, the value of the case comes from your lawyer. I'm telling you, I stand behind that. I feel that if you have a great lawyer and the jury it connects with your lawyer and the jury likes your lawyer and the lawyer has a great presence and appearance and they're knowledgeable, jury's going to give you more money. It's the truth. So yeah, the case wins or loses itself. Okay, yes, they win or no. Then you got to get to value eventually, right? How does jury determine value? That's up to your lawyer. Your lawyer's job is to convince the jury about why your case is worth X. Or the insurance company. Because guess what? The biggest successes in my business for your case is when I can get you the maximum amount of money without a trial. That means I've done great. How many of my cases went to trial last year? Not case, what percentage? Less than 2%. Why? Because insurance companies throw money at us. They throw money at us because they know we'll try the case and we're going to go for the jugular when we try it. We follow all the procedural things. We work the cases up. We get the best experts so they can't. Guys, it's an art what I do. It's a craft. So again, the next time you're saying, I ride a motorcycle, I got to call somebody that gets it. Why? Guys, just to let you know, I don't need to know how to start your motorcycle to try your case. I just need to know how to present the case to a jury. I need to know how to talk about your injuries. The motorcycle is irrelevant here in some ways. I just need to understand how your injuries result from a motorcycle accident. And guess who does that? The jury doesn't care what I have to say about that. The experts I hire that I can afford to hire, that the other lawyers don't. So that's what you need to know. So that's what the billboard means. Surprise. Okay? So I think it's been 6 minutes. Everything is happening the way it should be happening. And I'm going to turn this down. So now I have to beat the egg yolks with the sugar until light and fluffy in a separate bowl. So that's what I'm going to do now because it's less time. And 6 minutes is a long damn time. I'm sorry, but it is. It's the truth. So I get these bad boys in here. I'm going to get my sugar. It's a crazy little cake. Then we're just going to beat this together for several minutes until light and fluffy. Yeah, it's going to take a few minutes to do this, guys. The color's pretty, though. Does anybody have any questions on what I just said? Now's a perfect time to ask. Oh, well, I think sometimes, guys, we're so conditioned to feel a certain way about things that we don't actually put real thought into them. We're just like, okay, well, and people trust lawyers. It's the way it is, which is great. People should. Well, most lawyers, except the ones that shouldn't be trusted. But, people trust lawyers. So they assume, okay, well, if he says I need a motorcycle attorney that rides a motorcycle to try my motorcycle case, I mean, they must be right. Consider the myth busted. Is there a Mythbusters thing or something like that? We should call them about that, right? Consider the myth busted. And now I've kind of explained to you what your concerns need to be. Because at the end of the case, all you have to worry about is who the lawyer is, if a jury's going to like them, and if they can afford to put the money into your case and the risk into your case to get you as much money as possible early on. Because every day that goes by that case could settle, that the attorney is not actually investing in it, is a loss to you. Any other questions? Oh, kitty comments? Well, sorry. So yes, I have 2 Sphinx cats. They don't have hair, obviously, as you saw. He's not diseased, I promise. He just doesn't have hair. His name is Ernie. It was Ernie, right? The little guy? And then I have Raspy, and he's around somewhere, but he knows better than to come make... Oh, there he is. He's behind me. You guys can't see him. He doesn't really make television appearances. I'll bring him on before we sign off, because now it's not fair. He's the favorite. So, okay. So we got this all beaded up. Light and fluffy, several minutes. Okay, now add the butter, which is here. Half a cup of melted butter. I'm just going to heat this up a little longer, guys, because it's a little solidifying. So give it a sec. They can't see the cat, can they? on the floor. Can you see him? I'll introduce you guys to raspberry when I'm done. You're going to add the butter to the egg yolk and the vanilla and the flour until combined. Joanna, this is a lot of work. I have the egg whites, vanilla extract. Oh, and a friend of mine, a friend of the firm, friend of Bacon Sip this week, brought me vanilla extract homemade. I don't have it here. I have it at the office still, but I will be bringing it home, and I'll be using that as well. All right, we're going to add the flour too. Mix this all together. It's probably one of the craziest things I've ever made. Of course, it's French. These pastries and cakes and everything that are French are no jokes. Okay. Is this still lukewarm? I got to lukewarm my milk, guys. Hold on. 2 cups of lukewarm milk. Can somebody just send me an easy chocolate chip cookie recipe? You'll be picked next week. Just send me an easy. Send me another one. Chocolate chip cookies 101. Send it over. Perfect. All right. Lukewarm milk action. You think? That might be true. I don't know. This one's hard. My hands are tired already. What's happening to me? Okay. And then fold in the egg whites. The egg whites are so pretty. Fold in the egg whites until there are small lumps in the batter. Don't overmix. Praise Jesus, we're almost done. Okay. So, just wash this off. Brian, my job is fun. You get to have fun all day long, every day. Never know what the day is going to bring. It's pretty awesome. This is definitely a contender, though. This cake's hard. Okay. Fold in the egg whites, meaning we're not going to mix them in, right? We're going to fold them in. We talked about that last week, what all that good action means. So you're going to take a spatula for that action. It's like marshmallowy, which is exactly what you want. Okay. Fold it in until there are small lumps in the batter. Okay. So let's empty it in there first. Okay. Small lumps in the batter. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, there it goes. How interesting. Do not overmix. So being very careful not to overmix. Just small lumps. Prepare an 8-inch greased, I did all that, and pour the batter into the pan. Bake 35 minutes. So guys, what this cake does is it separates itself. It's kind of the craziest thing. So I'm going to pour this. It's almost like watery, and it's supposed to be like that. You're going to pour it on a prepared pan like this, just like that. And then you are going to bake it for 35 minutes at 350. Then you're going to cool the cake at room temperature, garnish it with powdered sugar, put some raspberries on it or something, keep it interesting. Alexa, set an alarm for 35 minutes. What is she? What's her? Hold on. Alexa, set an alarm for 35 minutes. Oh, no, it's fine. The internet's down. I'll just time it over here. It's fine. Okay. So after 35 minutes, what do you get? You get this bad boy. Now I got to cut it for you guys because you have to see how it separates. See the raspberries? It's very pretty. I mean, it's just crazy. So I'm going to cut a piece just so you can see how it's separated. Because we're supposed to see. Oh, yeah, huh? How interesting. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it. So it's eggy, and like more solid at the bottom, more scrambled eggy in the middle, and dry on top. That is a success. I mean, it smells pretty good. I'll try it after I get on, just in case I don't like it. The cakes I'm very funny about, so we'll see. But then I'll put up a good review. Guys, thanks for tuning in. See, at 6:13, perfect timing. We'll post a picture on Facebook. Anybody that wants to come in and try this bad boy in my office tomorrow, feel free. 433 South Main Street, Suite 328, West Hartford. Guys, we are here for you. Any questions you have about car accidents, dog bites, slip and falls, workers' comp, whatever it is, let us help you. Doesn't mean you have to hire us. Let us help you, talk to you, advise you, so that you can make the best decisions for your case. We can be reached 24/7, legit 24/7, 203-399-0000, extension 1. You can come see us at the office, have a cup of coffee with us, some Goffy coffee. Kylie posted some pictures of the intake boxes we're sending out. Yes, I know some of our prior clients, they did not get, these are a new thing we're doing. It took a lot of investing to do it. But if you're a prior client and you want to swing into the office, I'm sure we'll rattle up some swag and give it away, right? Coffee mugs, Goffy coffee, all that kind of good stuff, t-shirt. So stop in, say hi. I love nothing more than to see my clients and get to interact with them and meet them. I got to tell you, COVID took that away from us, and I am just so glad COVID's past us. I never thought I'd see the day where I would meet a client again. So thank you guys for all your support. We have tons of new announcements coming up, tons of exciting announcements coming up. And guys, it's just a great time to be with Goff Law Group. So give us a call if you have any questions. We're happy to help or to say hi. 203-399-0000, extension 1. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.